Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the DX Arc Driver from Kamen Rider 01. This was a premium Bandai release. Obviously this was featured very late in the show but just came out. So a lot of times with premium Bandai, you know, the releases are still coming long after the show's been over, and that's certainly going to be the case for 01. I think there's at least 5 more premium Bandai releases in the pipeline for different keys and things, and now there's movies coming out and that's prompting more releases. So like they say, it's never over. But anyway, here's the packaging. Looks really cool. I really like the design of Arc 1. This is kind of the Arc 1 version, but it does have the Arc 0 version of the driver as well. Here is the key, which I think looks really neat. Not too much going on the top, just kind of that red eye from Arc. Very ominous. It does have batteries included in the key, but you will need 3 AAAs for the driver itself. And then here's a picture of Arc 0 over here. And then here's Arc 1 over on this side. And then if we spin around to the back, this is kind of the Arc 0 version. So it's kind of neat. Like, depending on, you know, which side you like better, if you wanted to display the box, it looks like the full artwork of the box, like it has the name and everything, but this is the Arc 0 side and this is the Arc 1 side. Now I'll be honest, I like Arc 1 a lot more just because I think the black and white and red, really classic colors, go really well together. Not to say I don't like Arc 0, but also you can see the key is not featured because that's only used for the transformation into Arc 1, so I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think they did a great job with this packaging. Very fun. Go ahead, get everything out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. So here is the driver and Arc 1 Progrise key out of the box. Now, this is the main items you get in the box. You do have the strap connector pieces for the driver. I never bother with them because I don't wear these, so I usually just leave them in the box. But it does come with 2 strap connectors and then a little square plastic piece that you use to kind of put them together and then put over top of it to keep it solid. So those are in the box. I'm not going to be showing them off, but I just wanted to mention them. I think the key looks very, very cool. But we're going to come back to the key a little bit later because there's a bunch to do with just the driver itself. So very nicely painted. A lot of nice silver and red paint here. I think it looks really sharp. I love the kind of arc eye in the center. I think that's really cool. You have a button here. You have a button here. Obviously, this is going to flip open later on. You have the key slot over here on the back. This is where you would peg in the 2 straps for the belt. Here's where you put the batteries in. You just push this little button, slide it down, 3 AAA batteries, and then we have the on and off switch. So let's go ahead and turn it on. So there are actually 54 phrases going through and cycling this button. So strap in, let's do this.
お前が望む結論は予測できている。ジンを取り戻したいという心が透けて見えるぞ。まさかお前たちが組むとはな。前提を書き換え結論を予測し直した。私の目的は必ず果たされる。サウザーとゼロワンが協力した。私の予測にはなかったことだ。おそらく原因はゼアだろう。支障はない。衛星ゼアを乗っ取る予測はすでに立ててある。私の予測に変わりはない。ゼロワン、待っていたぞ。お前の心をつかむ術は知っている。イカズチのメモリーをラーニングすれば、シンギュラリティを装って操ることなどたやすい。イカズチは衛星ゼアの懐に潜るスパイ。そして衛星ゼアを乗っ取ることで、イカズチの役目は完了する。お前はもう、二度とゼロワンに変身できない。ようやく会えたな、ゼア。ここは、私がいただく。ゼアは滅びた。もう私を止められる者はいない。誰一人。結論はすでに予測できている。秘伝があるとお前の夢は叶わない。お前を滅ぼすことで人類滅亡は確実なものとなる。その思考は予測済みだ。理解したか。すべては予測通り。これが結論だ。どういうことだ。私の予測にこんな結論はない。ゼア、ありえない。ゼアは確かに滅んだはず。まさか私の予測をゼアが上回ったというのか。ありえない。前提を書き換え結論を予測。予測完了。この一撃で02は滅びる。バカな。私の予測を超えていく。なぜだ。人類の滅亡は定められている。新たな結論を予測した。ああ、これが私の意志だ。もうヒューマギアは必要ない。すべて滅ぼす。私の意志に背く気か、滅び。お前にそんなことはできない。どうやら最初に滅びるのはお前のようだな。滅び。まだだ。すべてのヒューマギアを初期化して。何？こんな結論はありえない。
Alright, so that's 54 phrases just by cycling through that button. If we hold the button down,
変身。
and then hit the top button, so there you go. He is now transformed into Arc Zero. Love that LED in the center there. That looks awesome. If we hold this button down, so if you hold it down up to 3 times, you get 3 different sound effects. You can also hit the button up here. So that was definitely a long one. And one more. So that's kind of like 3 different attack sounds. They're fairly similar, but they did include 3 different ones in there. So that's pretty much it for it in just kind of, Arc 0 mode with no key or anything like that. So let's go ahead and we'll bring in the key next. Here is the Arc 0 Progrise key. I think it looks really cool. I really like how the head of Arc 0 is over here with the red eye and the white all looks really neat. You have some nice red paint over here. On the back, here is the QR code, number 35. This is where you pull the tab out to activate the batteries. And if you hit this button, and then it's going to go into the standby music because it wants you to transform. But if you hit it again, you can actually cycle through 7 phrases. So that was the first 2. I mean, to be fair, they're not all phrases. Some of them are just sound effects, but there's 7 different ones. So you got a little Azu. There you go. So those are the 7 different phrases, or sound effects, I should say. Just sounds in general, just by cycling through the button. But we can go ahead and get transformed now if we bring the driver back in. Alright, so I'm gonna angle this up slightly. Alright, so there is the transformation. You can see the head of Arc 1 in the center there. I love the design of this. I just think the white looks really, really good. Like I said, black, red, white, classic color combination. The red is all very metallic and kind of shiny, which I think looks really sharp, especially against the white and the black. So really, really like the design. The 0 side of it is fine, but I think the 1 side of it is much cooler, much neater and sharper look. If we go ahead, we can get 7 phrases by pressing this button. I'm sorry, 6 phrases. Now, I will say, if you have not seen the end of 01, these phrases may be slightly spoilerish to you, so that's your warning. If you do not want to be spoiled, skip ahead, 30, 40 seconds or so. Alright, so because they were, who was saying the phrases, kind of a bit of a spoiler. At least I was shocked when that happened in the show. So anyway, very cool. Like that you can get those phrases. You can go ahead and do where we push us in to get an attack sound, just like with the normal 01 driver. Very cool. There's also a ton of sounds we can get by cycling through the button on the top. So if I press the button on the top, so you can hear there it said conclusion learning 1. So that time it said 2. We'll continue to count up. See, you thought it was going to be learning 10, didn't you? Now it's learning end. So apparently the learning is done. But yeah, so that's neat. I mean, there's a ton of sound effects there, so can't go wrong with that. To transform this back, we just go ahead, pull this out, close this up. Now to switch this around, you actually have to come back here, and there's a little button right here that you push down, and that will release that, and then you can click it back into place. I think that's a good idea, because if it didn't have something to lock it into place, it could, you know, flop around. So I think it's smart that it locks in place to, on both sides. So no matter which way you have it open or closed, it's locked into place, which I really appreciate. So that's it for the normal transformation and attack sounds, but this thing actually also has a memorial version. So we'll start over here with the key. Basically, you flip this open, and then we hold the button down. So now it is in memorial version mode. So 18 more phrases when you have this in the memorial version, but there's actually a different transformation you can do. So if we bring the driver back in and we have it turned off, then we hold this down while we turn it on. And then we go ahead and transform. I can never tell if it works because from what I can tell in the directions, it doesn't seem like it's all that different, but it does say something about when it's the memorial version, it says that perfect conclusion, but Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this didn't. I think it's supposed to do something different. Let me try this again. Yeah, that might have been it. Okay, I think it worked that time. There we go. I think that was it. So it's very finicky, but apparently when you hold the button down when you turn it on, you have to like release it at the right time. I'm not really sure, but it's a little weird. But you can get a little bit different sound effect there with the technical memorial mode transformation. So I'm not going to do every single driver and weapon under the sun because this video is already long enough. But I at least want to do probably the main big three. So let's go ahead and check out the 01 driver. So I don't really think there's anything new there. Pretty much just the same phrase it makes in the Arc driver. Now, I think I'm going to have to open this first. You have to be a little careful with that one because it's spring loaded, so kind of had to start them both a little bit to give it the room to go. I think this is a great set. I mean, there is a ton of functionality packed into this thing. You have two modes, both for Arc 0 and Arc 1, transformation jingles for both, a ton of Japanese phrases that I wish I could understand better. You have, phrases in the key, phrases in the driver. There's a memorial mode version for extra phrases, tons of attack sounds. I mean, this thing is just chock full of functionality. So, it's crazy. I think there's a lot of great stuff in here. I think it looks fantastic. I like the look of the key. I like the look of the driver. Really don't have anything bad to say about this one. I actually think this is a great release. Definitely recommend picking it up. If you didn't get it because it was premium Bandai, at this point you could try secondary markets. I don't know if I got mine from Toe Collectibles. I don't know if they still have any. You could try maybe Amazon Japan, Mandarake, Yahoo Japan auctions. Toe Collectibles might have some more in stock. I don't know. But definitely look around because I think this is a really cool release. If you're a fan of, the Arc 0 or 1 character from the show, then I definitely think this is a release that you're going to want. I guess I kind of wonder why this couldn't have been retail towards the end of the show, but then if it was retail, you wouldn't have gotten as much functionality. I feel like that's a premium Bandai thing where they really loaded up. Now, you might not care that much about the phrases, especially if you don't understand them like me, so I can understand that. But I think for what you get, this is a really cool release, and I just think it's great, looks great, a lot of functionality. Again, don't really have anything bad to say about it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.